Well, hello guys. I hope you all are doing well. So in this video, I have brought a very interesting game that is the Fun Maze. And we're going to create this Fun Maze using applabofcode.org. And here, of course, it's a blog-based coding platform. So it's going to be fun. So on your screen, you will see that I have shown you the prototype. Here you will see a label, which is, of course, telling the name of the game. And here is a Start Now button. And you'll see it is a transparent one. When I click on Start Now, it is going to help and show me choose your character button. And when I click on it, I will get 4 beautiful characters and I can choose any of them. So let's go with the goat. And then you will see once I click any of the character, it will take me to the main screen. Although I haven't coded it right now because that's going to happen in the next video. So for now, we are going to see how we can create or how we can design this game. So are you ready? Shall we begin? My code.org platform, and I'm assuming that you all have created your account in it, right? So once you have created it, you will see your name at this top right corner. So now let's get started and make the design part. So first of all, as you saw that I will have to upload some images, right? So here I have added my favorite images that I want to use. I took all these animals from code.org itself and I just downloaded them, which is quite good. Now let's get started with the first screen, that is this screen. So to select a new screen, you can click here in the design part. So we have code design, right? So if you click on design, you will be taken to the designing screen. Now here, if I click in this drop down, you will get a new screen option. But I have already one screen, so how about I change the ID to main screen because it helps me to locate while I'm doing the coding part. So now you will see that the ID here is really important. It helps you to distinguish between different elements that you use in your game. And also it helps us to check the ID while we are doing the coding. Now, as I want to give it a background image, so for this I have this property image, which is going to help me to add the background image. Now here, when I click, and you'll see this CFA. So when I use it, it's going to look like this, which is quite good. You can customize this also. You can download on your own. You can choose your favorite images, right? So here I've got the background image. Now after this, what we will have to do, we will have to start writing the name. So to do that, I have different elements at this particular toolbox, you can say, where I will have to pick a label, which is going to be something like this. Now, how I made this label transparent, let me tell you that. First of all, I went here in the background color and then I just set the second scroll bar at the end so that it becomes transparent. Now, the text that I want to show on the screen is here, which is going to be maze game, or you can say ultimate maze game. So here it is, maze game. Now, as you can see here, it is not quite visible on the screen because the text color property is very low. So here, I'm going to make sure that it is white in color. So click on this box and here it is. Now, I would also like to increase the size of it just like this. And you can do more interesting things like change the font, family. And it's coming here like maze game, which I really liked. Now I need a button. So for button, we will do the same thing. Let's make it transparent. Go to the background color property, set the second slider to transparent and then increase the font size a little bit. And of course, I don't want to see the button, right? And yes, change the ID. Oops, I am writing the wrong spelling. Okay. Here, start. No, I would think start. Right? So here I have the button now. And of course, I really want to add a comic. So yes, here it is. Correct? So I've got the first main screen. Now it's time to give some instructions to the user. So for that, as you can see, I have another screen, which is going to be screen info. Let me just name it like this. I want the same background image. So I'm going to go to the choose option, choose the asset like this. Quite fun, right? Now here, after this, what we can do is we will just have to use another label, which is again going to give some instructions. But here I will not give more. I will just say choose your favorite character, or you can say choose your character, right? And of course, it's again not that much visible. So we'll have to increase the font size a little bit. And as well as I really want to use the font family as comic. So here we go. Now choose your character, and here you can increase the width of it. If you increase the width, the text can be like this. Okay, so I think I am okay with this part. Now here I need the button. You can do according to your wish the designing part, but I want to add the button because it's necessary here. So button, choose. Button choose, and here quickly I'm gonna change it. Choose according to your wish. Now whenever someone clicks on it, we will take them to another screen. You can do it on the same screen also. That's all up to you. Now let's add another screen, which is going to be screen characters. Now here also the same background image I'm going to use. I'm going to do it quickly. Now it's time to add the buttons. So here comes interesting thing. I am going to write it like this. Button goat. So I have one character that is a goat, and I don't want the text to be written on that particular image, and I will make sure that it is transparent. Second thing, image. Now let's go here and let's select choose goat. Now it needs to be a little bit bigger, so here it is. You can add your favorite character according to your wish. Now I want 3 more buttons like the same. So why to do it again when I can duplicate it, right? So let's duplicate it, and let's just keep it here somewhere. And then duplicate again. Let's just keep it here. And although you can make the same game using the Game Lab, but I find App Lab more interesting. So yep. Now here I will have to just remove the name ID tiger, because of course it's going to be the tiger now. So I'm going to choose the tiger, or sorry, lioness. Now here, let's just rename it to, I also have a reindeer. So I'm just going to write rain here, and let's just choose a reindeer. Here it is, reindeer. And then I have one last animal, that is your zebra. Now here, let's name this button as zebra. So here I have all my characters, and yes, the design is almost done for the characters also. Now of course it's time for me to make the maze. So for that, of course, we will need another screen, which is gonna be maze. Now here, I don't want the same background because I will have to make my own. So at this time, I will just simply choose the color, which is going to be black, right? Now it's time for us to mirror with the obstacles. So for that, I will be just simply doing this thing, that is just take a button, reduce the height of it, and then stretch its width so that I will be getting a boundary, right? So here is one thing that I need. Let's just reduce this thing. And here now I'm gonna do something like this. So it's gonna be button, but I will write here hurdle or something like that. Hurdle 1. So which means that this is the first hurdle that we are getting. I want the bar to be a little bit thin. So yes, it should be something like this. Now it's quite easy. I just need to duplicate and use them, right? So let's just use them quickly. Oops, I'm gonna stretch it a little bit. And let's have a look at what's the height. Height is 12. I can just directly write here in the property of button 9. So of course it shouldn't be named as button 9. So I'm gonna just put it here. Alright, so I think I just used that. Cool, no problem. I'll just drag it here. So this is gonna be my hurdle 2, or I will just write it like H2 also. It is fine with that. Hurdle 2. Now we have another one, which is this one. Now this time it is going to be vertical, right? So let's just adjust it like this. So it's gonna be something like this. So let me just stretch it to the bottom. This time, instead of height property, we will be having the width property. So let's make it 30. And there you go. I have the boundary now. And let's just duplicate it. This is gonna be the hurdle number 3. And yes, I made a mistake there again. Okay, hurdle, and there you go. Here it is another one, which is gonna be, let's just make it short, H4. H4 for hurdle 4. Now it's time to start the inner maze, right? So for that, I'm gonna use the buttons because it becomes easy to use the buttons. So here I'm gonna write hurdle 5 and remove the button from here, and let's make the first design. So you can make the entry point from anywhere you want. So I'm gonna make it from here. Let's make it from the top, or you can just change the, okay, let me take the reference. Correct. So let's just make it simple like this. And I'm of course gonna reduce the height of it because it's quite big. And now I'm gonna just put it somewhere here. And also let's reduce the width a little bit because it's quite much and I don't want this much of it. And after this, let me take the reference. It is something like this here. So it's fun doing the block-based coding sometimes. And which was this one hurdle? I think it is gonna be 6 now. And I don't think I renamed it. Okay, I renamed it. Alrighty. So here I'm gonna attach it somewhere here, right? But we know the width needs to be 13 so that we can adjust them according to their requirement, right? Okay, so now I have another one. So let's just take the reference again. Alright. So I need one from here. So how about I just take this one, increase the height of it. So let me come back after making it so that I can save your time. And yes, if you are doing it with me, that's quite fun. I'm just gonna fast forward it for you so that we can just design it quickly. Once I was able to create the same maze again. Okay, so now what we are missing here is the images, right? The character that we are going to do. So how about I use a button which is going to work for me as a character. Now, how can I do that? I will have to rename it first of all. So it's gonna be character. I don't want the button to be written on it. And yes, it needs to be transparent, of course. And then I will simply choose the character, but there is a problem. The character will be changed according to the choice of the user. So for time being, we can say statically, I am keeping the code here, right? Now here I can simply use the star so that it is going to be a star. But yes, it's up to you. You can keep star here. How will you do it? You will just use a label, and simply on this label, I'm gonna write start, right? Although it's not that much required here, but yeah, you can use it. So here it is. There you go. Now, let's just use comic. Okay. And here, if we want, you can do one more thing. We can do one more thing. We can simply use the green color as the background color. But yes, I have used a transparent value, so it's not going to be that much visible. Now, I'm going to make it a little bit visible on the screen like this. You can use any other things from here, right? But this is the end, right? So here I need to place a simple image, which is going to be something like winner, right? So for this, I'm going to choose another image. So here comes an interesting part. I will go to icons, and here I will use trophy. How about I write trophy? I guess I'll get it. Yeah, trophy. So here's a trophy. Why it is transparent? Because I think I have simply chosen the icon color. Needs to be black, of course. So icon color property is different black here. So that's the reason. And if I do it, it's going to be like this. So this is the finish. So we have made the maze. Now it's time for us to make the new screen, which is going to be the winner screen. So let's make a winner screen. And here, of course, I need a black background, which is quite fine for me. And how about I just do one thing? I will be using the same image. Why don't we use that? And here, I will simply take this image element, and here, I'm going to upload. So it is basically your choice. If you want, you can just use the GIF face because I like using GIF face. So yes, here I am just going to write something like, this is something extra. So, yippee, you won. Something like this. And yes, I need to make it with the both white. And of course, the favorite comic. And let's just increase the font size just by something like this. And yes, I think I've got the design now. So, all right, we have completed the design. If you were working with me, I am sure you might have completed till here, because in the next video, we are going to see how exactly we can make this particular game work. Okay, so I hope you like this video. Do give it a thumbs up if you liked it, and just subscribe to the channel. And